जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी।
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी।
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी।
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी।
यशोदनन्दन व्रजधन रञ्जन यमुनातिरवनचारी।
यशोदनन्दन व्रज जन रञ्जन यमुनतीरवनचारी।
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी।
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी।
यशोदनन्दन व्रजधन रञ्जन यमुनातिरवनचारी।
यशोदनन्दन व्रज जन रञ्जन यमुनतीरवनचारी।
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी नामिने।
नाम ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी इति नामिने।
नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणि प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी असत्यादेशधारिणे।
नामते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी आचार्यशतारिणे।
श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरिहराय नमः कृष्ण राधवाय माधवाय केशवाय नमः
हरिहराय कृष्ण नमः कृष्ण यादवाय माधवाय केशवाय नमः।
गोपाल गोविंद राम श्री मधुसूदन गिरिधारी गोपीनाथ मदन मोहना
गोपाल गोविंद राम श्री मधुसूदन गिरिधरी गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन।
श्री चैतन्य नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गीता हरि गुरु वैष्णव भगवत गीता
श्री चैतन्य नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत श्री हरि गुरु वैष्णव भगवत गीता।
श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ
श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे।
जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी जय जगन्नाथ
जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी जय जगन्नाथ।
जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी जय जगन्नाथ
जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी जय जगन्नाथ।
जय बलदेव स्वामी जय बलदेव
जय बलदेव स्वामी जय बलदेव।
जय सुभद्रा माता जय सुभद्रा
जय सुभद्रा माते जय सुभद्रा।
जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भाव तुम्हें
जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भाव तुम्हें।
निताय गौरांगो गौर हरि
निताय गौरांगो निताय गौरांगो गौर हरि।
जय सचिनंदन जय सचिनंदन गौर हरि।
जय सचिनंदन जय सचिनंदन जय सचिनंदन गौर हरि।
पतित पावन पतित पावन पतित पावन गौर हरि।
पतित पावन पतित पावन पतित पावन गौर हरि।
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद।
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद।
जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव।
जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव।
नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल।
नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल।
भक्त विघ्न विनाशक नरसिंह भगवान की
जय
भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की
जय
श्रील प्रभुपाद की
जय
कलियुग धर्म हरिनाम संकीर्तन की।
जय।
All glories to the assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. Okay, let's continue with the prayers. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदाङ्कितं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रये। नमो ब्राह्मण्यदेवाय गो ब्राह्मण्यहिताय च जगद्हिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरत्विषे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारि। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे। Krishna, I just keep my headset. Hare Krishna. Hope I am audible. Hare Krishna, Dandot Pranam. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
धन्यवाद प्रणाम प्रभु जी।
Okay. So Hare Krishna, Lilananda Prabhu, Dandot Pranam. Hare Krishna, Subbara Prabhu, Dandot Pranam. Hare Krishna, Rasu Prabhu, Dandot Pranam. Hare Krishna, Muralidhar Prabhu, Dandot Pranam. Hare Krishna, Shilva Mataji, Dandot Pranam. Hare Krishna, Padmavati Mataji, Dandot Pranam. Hare Krishna, Dandot Pranam. Thank you for joining on Sunday morning for Bhagavatam. Just to let you know, I do not have any qualification. Forget about studying Bhagavatam. Even to touch Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam, I don't have any qualification. It is just mercy of His grace. Lilananda Prabhu and His grace, Balagovinda Prabhu. So I'm able to study very little, okay, of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. It is just purely the mercy of Lilananda Prabhu and Balagovinda Prabhu and mercy of Guru Parampara. Hare Krishna. I'll share my screen. Hope you are able to see my screen.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, Prabhu, thank you. So we are at a Canto 6, chapter 14, and we need to go through sloka 43 to 61. Okay, that is what is today. So I just would like to give a quick summary. Okay, what happened? This is a slightly big chapter which has 61 slokas. So this is a quick summary, okay, of Subodhini from Subodhini book. So from first 1 to 8 sloka, okay, we understood like Parikshit inquiry about Bhuttasura's, okay, exaltedness, okay, why he's a great devotee and all such details has been given. And then here the sloka 9 to 22, that is Chitraketu's anxiety for a son and Angira Rishi arrival. That is what we have seen from sloka 9 to 22. So from sloka 9 to 13, we have seen Chitraketu had 10 million wives, but he has no son. And then once Angira Rishi visited Chitraketu, king, who received him very well. Okay, and then Angira Rishi, Angirasa, Angira, Angira Rishi asked, is everything is well? Are the citizens in our control? Okay, your pale face reflects is lot of anxiety. Okay, that is what Rishi asked the king. Now Chitraketu explains the cause of his anxiety. Okay, what is his anxiety? Okay, yogis like you know everything. My appearances do not dis. Okay, my appearances do not displease me. Please help me to get a son. This is what Chitraketu Maharaj asked Angirasa, Angira Rishi. Now Chitraketu joy upon receiving a son. Okay, so now this module we are seeing that merciful Angira performed a sacrifice and gave the remnants to the first queen, okay, of Chitraketu Maharaj, informing Chitraketu that his son will cause both joy and sorrow. That is what Angira Rishi has mentioned. And then Angira Rishi has left. Then Krutadyuti, okay, eventually gave a birth, who is the first queen of king, gave a birth to a son, and the parents' affection for the son is obviously increased. That is what we have seen from sloka 27 to 37. Then 38 to 43, we have seen, okay, Krutadyutu's co-wives poison her son because of what? Envy. The other queens condemned themselves in envy due to Chitraketu's neglect. He has neglected them
Because of that, they got a lot of envy. Now they administered poison the child. This is the most horrible thing happened. Okay. Then that is what we are seeing now from 43 sloka to 61, the lamentation of Krutadyuti and others, and also king. That is what we're seeing. This is a quick summary of today. Okay, what is that we are seeing? The lamentation of Krutadyutu and others. That is what we are seeing today. So let us see the first sloka, 43. Hare Krishna, hope my voice is clear and audible.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, thank you, bro. Thank you for confirming, bro. Okay. The first sloka. Vidvesha na sta mateyaha striyo daruna chetasaha garan daduhu kumaraya durmarsha srupatim pati. So what is that he is saying here? The translation, there is no puppet for this, but there is a translation here. Let us understand the translation of Srila Prabhupada. Okay. Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So translation, as their envy is increased, they lost their intelligence. So this is what happens. So when we have envy, what happens that we lost the intelligence. So when we lost the intelligence, we don't know what is good, what is bad. We do not know how to discriminate. This is the biggest problem with envy. Being extremely hard-hearted and unable to tolerate the king's neglect, they finally administered the poison to the son. This is the worst thing happened in the life of Chitraketu Maharaj in the entire family, in the entire kingdom also. So poisoning the such a small child. Okay. See, the envy takes to the any extent of that particular person. Yeah. So it is there in the heart, and we will not gel with that person, and we do not show any interest to speak to that person. We do not gel with the person. We'll try to keep that particular person away if you start have envy in our mind. So what I try to do it, Prabhuji's Mataji's, I try to prepare one slide. How do you overcome, okay, of envy? And also I would like, okay, you all to contribute for this discussion, okay, and also would like to take your inputs, give your inputs on how do you control this envy. And many Maharajas and Acharyas and in our Guru Parampara, many senior Prabhujis mentioned that this envy is one of the most difficult thing in a person's life to overcome or even to control. Okay. And in fact, it is been told, Prabhuji's Mataji's, that it is much difficult even desire, kama krodha. This is much difficult than envy is much difficult than kama krodha. That is what at least I heard. But definitely, um, I would like you all also to comment on what is your experiences on this envy. Yeah. So let's learn from each other. So one of the first foremost point, okay, I try to summarize here is most important step on overcome envy is to first acknowledge the existing of enemy, okay, of envy within myself. First, I have to acknowledge, yes, I have so much envy. First of all, do I have envy or not? If I say that I do not have any, that is 100%. That's not true. Okay, I am lying. Okay, so I have envy. I have envy, lot of envy. Okay, envy is like a mountain, Himalaya mountain. But now first I have to accept that I have envy. But you know, Prabhuji's Mataji's, before even joining Krishna conscious, if somebody says that I have envy, I do not even accept that I have envy. Yeah. So to first of all, to accept at the core to our heart, it requires courage and humility to accept that I have envy and I'm the most fallen condition. And I have to make a sincere endeavor to rise from this level. So first, I have to take from the core of my heart, I have to believe that I have envy and I have to overcome this. How do I overcome? That is the next step. But first of all, I have to accept that this disease is there within me. Yeah, that is the first step. But most of the times we do not accept. To be very frank with you, before even joining Krishna conscious, before understanding the sessions of SSR and various other things from His Grace Lilananda Prabhu, I never accepted that I have in me. But now I truly accept. Yes, there is mountain, not even, I can't even compare. The envy in me is not even compared with Himalaya. It's much, much more than that. Okay. The second point, okay, envy comes because we are not fixed up in our goal. What is a goal? Srila Prabhupada writes about the need to make that kingdom of God. Okay, we have to go back to Godhead. That as a goal of life. And fixing this goal helps one to abandon envy. And it is sure, okay, deterrent of the path. All these things come. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Mada, Matsarya. Envy is part of that, right? These are all coming. It is because they are to some extent hurdles for us. It's not too much, it's a great extent hurdles for us. And especially envy. It is because I am not giving the most important in my life. Ultimate goal in my life is what? Going back to Godhead or getting Krishna Prema. That is the ultimate goal, right? But instead of focusing on that ultimate thing, I am focusing on small, small things. Yeah. Because of that, envy is coming. Yeah. I'm trying to compare my salary with somebody's salary in my peer. Okay. So envy comes, obviously. But what is that is goal? Getting money is just ultimately your goal. Yeah. Or getting pride is your goal. Or getting fame in a congregation is your goal. But what exactly is a goal for the life? And how much time you are spending for that particular goal? If you focus on that particular second point, that becomes very teeny particle. Yeah. Then the next third point, which I have drafted here is okay, this also helps sadhaka to meditate on how his devotional life is resting upon the life support system of a causeless mercy. See, we all depending upon each other, right? Yeah. The more we remember how we are dependent on the mercy of devotees and Krishna. You want to continue devotion service, is am I good enough for me to continue my devotion service? No. Okay. Now let's complete this para and then understand. The less we cultivate the envy in our hearts. Okay. What is that? The more we remember how we are dependent on the mercy of devotees and Krishna, the less we cultivate envy on our hearts. This is because our own fragile state will reveal it to us, and the dangers of cultivating this anartha and will be obvious. Let's take the example. We have done so many festival celebrations we are doing in temple and outside. We did Radhotsavam, we did Krishnastami, and Vinayak Chavati. We did Krishna conscious sessions and various other things. Prabhuji's, Mataji's, is it possible for us to do, first of all, without anybody's support? Everybody has supported. Everybody. You take the example, Radhas. Who are the one designed and prepared Radhas? Okay. And one non-Hindu person, Ibrahim. His name is Ibrahim Prabhu, Subbarao Prabhu. I think Ibrahim only.
Yeah, yes, Prabhu.
Ah. How much he helped us? How much time he sacrificed for us? Everyone has come towards us and helped. Okay. On the occasion. Without that support, is it possible for us to do? No. So we are dependent. Whether a person is a devotee or non-devotee, he has come to the temple or not coming to the temple, has come to our house, not coming to the house, he's coming to satsang or not coming to the satsang. That particular time, they helped us. So we have to thankful to them. So without devotees' mercies, without Krishna's mercy, we cannot even lift our hand. So what is that I am? Where is the scope of envy? What is that we are trying to do here? Envy for what? Yeah. The fourth point. A culture of prayer is certainly beneficial. What is prayer? I am telling I am Atma. I am nothing. I am absolutely nothing. And you are Paramatma. And what is the comparison between you and me? I am a Anu. You are a Himalaya mountain. And where is comparison? So calling out Krishna to help us from a diseased mentality of this envy is purifying. And we also pray that success of a person, okay, we are envious. Our heart becomes so softer. So prayer certainly will help us. Okay, prayer from our heart. Okay, prayer from our heart. See, I have really this disease. Krishna, Srimati Radharani, please help me. Yeah. we are rotting. Okay, the fifth point is we have to accept this particular fifth point, that we are rotting in this material world because of the forgetfulness of our relationship with Krishna. And we have a relation with Krishna, and we forget that. By forgetting that, and we are becoming envy with some other person, or some other colleague, some other devotee, some other neighbor. What is our position? We have a position in Krishna Loka, Goloka, and we have not gone there. And we have a relationship with Krishna. And we are talking about these small, small things. And once you realize these things, and we will calm down. Therefore, the next point, okay, therefore, we have, okay, favorite pray for the remembrance of our constitutional position of being servant, and then act on this platform. What is our position? That is what I emphasized further. The next point is a continuation of that. What is that? Constitutional position is being servant. Means what is that? Constantly we ourselves should remind ourselves that, okay, reminding ourselves of our precarious conditions of this material world, and rendering loving service to other Vaishnavas is most pleasing to Krishna. What is that we should continue doing? We should think that I am the servant, and serving the devotees, serving the Vaishnavas, and serving and trying to please Krishna. Okay, but trying to serve everybody will help us. Yeah, so he will certainly bestow the gift of love and non-weariness upon the path. That is the seventh point. And the most important point, which is very similar to the seventh point, which we know, that what is that? Constitutional position of being a servant. That is dasanu 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 das. Dasanu 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 das means what? In this planet, how many? What is the total population? 7 billion. We should have a mindset that I am servant for this entire 7 billion population. Not only devotees, even for non-devotees. Forget about humans. For any living creatures, I am Dasanadas. Not only in this universe, for all the universes, there are so many living entities. For all those living entities, assume that you are Dasanadas. Not only in this living universe where you are staying, not in this Brahma, for all material existence, for all Brahma, all lokas of this world, all the worlds. Okay, you are Dasanu Dasanu Das. If you are a das, if I am a dasanu das, where is envy? I am a servant. A servant will have a envy. Where is envy comes? When you think that you are equal to somebody, envy comes. You agree, Prabhuji's Mataji's. When you think that I am equal to somebody in this particular meeting, if I think I am equivalent to Shilpa Mataji, then envy comes. If I think I am dasanu dasan to Shilpa Mataji, where is question of envy? For a servant, there is no question of envy, right? This is such a wonderful path we are in. And as Lilananda Prabhu mentions, we do not know the greatness of this path, the path which we have adopted, which we have taken. Yeah, that is misfortune. We do not know the fortunate, how fortunate we are. Once you think that from the core of your heart, that I am dasanu, dasanu, dasanu for every living entity in this entire, okay, universe, not this entire, all the universes, for both spiritual and material platform, there is no question of envy. But by saying this, you think I am envious? No, I have a lot of envy. Again, I am saying. But when you have envy on a person, you should have, you should read or you should remember that I am Dasanudas. I am Dasanudas for whom? For the entire thing. Yeah. This is the essence of this chapter. Envy is the essence. In the sense, how do you come out or how do you control? It's not possible to control. It's not possible to control. But we should have keep on reminding these points so that at least it will be under control. And on top of all these things, sadhana. What is our intense japa? What is the japa is doing? How is your kirtan going? How is japa is going? How is reading is going? All these things also matter. Yeah. Hare Krishna. So I will just take a pause here. So and because this is the core of the theme for this particular chapter, I would like you also to comment little bit. And the next set of slokas, what we have is the sloka and translations, okay, and the lamentation of king and queens and the entire country. That is what we are going to see. But the core of the theme of this chapter is, okay, is the how do you come out or how do you control, okay, how do you control lust so that you take the steps in the spiritual path. So I would like to each one of you to comment, okay, on the points we discussed or any comments which you have mentioned. So we could spend 5 to 10 minutes on this topic if it is fine for you all. So Prabhuji, Subbarao Prabhuji, Leelanda Prabhu, I think Leelanda Prabhu is not there. I think he seems left. Okay,
Yeah,
Subbarao
Krishna
Prabhu,
Prabhu.
Muralidhar Prabhu, okay, Raju Prabhu, Padmavati Mataji, Shilpa Mataji, you want to comment 1 minute or half minute? Is it make sense what we discussed, or you want to add more comments on that? So your inputs will definitely help all of us here.
No, Prabhu. Wonderful, Prabhu. The way you put that whole envy concept and making that the core of discussion is very nice. So one thing you mentioned basically envy to overcome envy is you have to understand what your central goal is, and
Mm.
especially if that goal is uh, being Krishna consciousness, that helps you become Dasanudasa. And
Oh,
once you become Dasanudasa, then there is no comparison,
ah,
and then that helps you become more fixated on the goal and move forward.
absolutely,
Right? I mean, correct
absolutely,
me if I'm wrong. If I understood what you
absolutely, Prabhu,
explained.
absolutely, Prabhu, absolutely. This is the exact mention point I have mentioned in point 8, Prabhu. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dasanu
So
Das, not just thinking just words, manasa vacha
yeah,
karmana, thoughts, words, and
yeah,
actions. Yes, please go
yeah,
ahead, Prabhu.
yeah,
Please go
yeah,
ahead,
yeah, yeah. Manasa vacha karmana.
Prabhu.
So manasa vacha karmana. Yes, yes, Prabhu. Manasa is more important, right? Than vacha karmana, because vacha karmana are karmendriyas. Manasa is subtle body. One is gross and subtle, basically,
Yes,
right? Um, so now you also mentioned in the discussion the salary comparison,
yes,
basically.
yeah,
That's what we see in the materialistic world.
yes.
Now you are talking about two different things. One is the envy in what do you call the materialistic circles, and one in the
Spiritual circle also.
uh, spiritual circle, basically.
Yes.
Which one you think is more, Prabhu? Um,
Prabhuji, envy, actually, if you compare it in a spiritual world, right? Me, I'm
yeah,
comparing with any other devotee in the congregation. If I
right,
compare, even that is a material, actually.
right.
It is not spiritual. Once you
Mm,
started comparing, okay,
mm,
see, I have a
mm,
congregation, some 20 devotees are
mm,
coming. There is another
mm,
congregation where 40
mm,
devotees are coming, and
mm,
and I am started envying. Yeah,
mm,
that actually is no
mm,
spiritual over there. You're trying to compare material. How does it
mm,
matter? Two devotees are coming, 20 devotees are coming, 200 devotees are coming.
mm, mm,
So
mm.
you have to think, I have to think myself, okay,
Right.
what is the ultimate goal of this comparison?
Mm. So more like, then if we know that the other example that is pure materialistic, right? Comparison of salary and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now, how do we fit in the central goal or central core of Krishna consciousness and become Dasanudasa in a material setup of salary comparison?
Good, very good point, Prabhuji. In my understanding, I'll just put my points, Prabhu, and then definitely
Mm,
everyone can add, Prabhu. See,
mm,
in my understanding, how do I do myself is, I'm
mm,
getting some excess salary, Prabhu. Okay.
mm,
What is the
mm,
purpose of getting that excess salary for me in this
mm,
life? And how
mm,
many months or how many years I'll get? Maybe 5 more years
mm,
or 2 more years I may
mm,
get.
mm,
Okay. So what is the purpose of getting that salary? Am I
mm,
going to millionaire? Am I going to billionaire?
mm,
And I
mm,
want to do a show off. I want to acquire some
mm,
lands or I want to
mm,
acquire some independent houses, villas, blah, blah,
mm,
blah. What
mm,
is the purpose? But my purpose is what is my ultimate goal going back to Godhead or getting Krishna
mm,
Prema? But getting
mm,
that Krishna Prema is that villa is required, is that triplex is required for me,
mm,
is a agriculture
mm,
land or something else is required for me. Is that is
mm,
giving
mm,
me to get that ultimate
mm,
goal?
mm,
Is that comparison is helping you to get that
mm,
ultimate goal? If so, you
mm,
compare. Otherwise,
mm,
that comparison doesn't help.
mm,
What is the goal?
mm,
So, and what is the time you have?
Mm,
I am at 48 or 49. I am.
mm,
Okay.
mm,
Now
mm,
you
mm,
assume that what is the time left for me? Assuming that
mm,
my mother left at 64. Okay.
mm,
So my father,
mm,
mother average, you bring it, it comes around 65, 66. Now, then they are much strengther than me. Yeah. Very practically speaking. So my age is somewhere around maybe 60. And how much time left for me? 10 more years. So 10 more years, what do you do?
So the envy comes, actually, you said you higher
Goal.
expect
Yeah,
goal. Yes.
goal.
Then normally
Because
the envy.
there is no, the goal is not fixed up for this particular life. The comparisons
Yeah,
comes in a material life. Okay.
right. So, yeah.
Anything.
But
Yeah.
the envy mostly comes when you are on the lower
Compare.
side of the salary. Lower
Correct,
side of the
correct,
salary, that's
correct,
when you
correct,
have.
correct, correct.
Now, this is perfectly fine, Prabhu, as an
Yeah,
individual person.
yeah.
But you as a leader, when you see this in your team in office, how do you manage that?
See, okay, how, as a manager in the sense that me comparing my salary with some other manager, Prabhu.
No, people, somebody who are reporting to you
Ha,
are
ha.
struggling with this envy, and they are not in
Yeah.
the
I
goal of
understand, Prabhu.
getting
Yeah.
accomplished.
It is very difficult, Prabhu. In that
Mm,
case, what you have to do, whether you directly or indirectly, in a subtle way, you have to
mm,
indirectly you have to preach, okay, the
mm,
spirituality,
mm,
Prabhu. You have to teach
mm,
in a subtle
mm,
way the spirituality,
mm,
Prabhu. Okay,
mm,
and you have to
mm,
tell people saying that everyone is unique.
mm,
Everyone is unique in this world. Everyone is
mm,
not same. Everyone's talent, everyone's contribution is different, Prabhu. Okay,
mm,
in a nice way, you have to tell what is the
mm,
contributions a X person is doing and Y person is doing. What is that X person has to do to reach that goal? Okay, and what is that he or she can contribute more.
mm,
Okay,
mm,
and we have to tell the fact everyone is not same, Prabhu.
mm,
Everyone is unique, everyone is different, everyone has a different stance.
mm,
So in that way
mm,
people understand, Prabhu. Yeah,
mm, mm.
so that is my
But
practice. Yeah,
yeah, but Prabhu, the way you put it is absolutely right and excellent way of putting it, Prabhu. The envy, um, because it comes because of forgetfulness of the central goal,
yeah,
basically, or focus on the goal. When it is lost, that's when the rest of another's
yes,
start cropping up, or
yeah,
cropping up.
yes,
Get strength. Basically. Thank you,
yes,
Prabhu.
thank
Sorry,
you.
I've
No
taken
problem,
more
no
than
problem.
some time of yours.
No, Prabhu. This require discussion, Prabhu. That is the reason I
Mhm,
hold it because this is a very important theme actually of this chapter. Yeah.
mhm, mhm.
Okay. Without pausing here, like completion of the chapter, it's not like not complete.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So Muralidhar Prabhu, anybody wants to comment? One minute you want to take?
Hare Krishna,
Feel free.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Actually, there is
Go
no
ahead.
need to feel envy if you know about the karma. The previous,
Uh,
as per the previous karma, we come here.
yeah. Okay.
So, if suppose Subbarao is having highest sattva guna, I will be having rajoguna. Why? How can he is being managed? We think like that.
Yes.
Intelligence is also is one of the actually previous karmas only it will come.
Yes, Prabhu.
If you take Sattva-guna, why am I saying Sattva-guna, Sattva, the Tamo-guna means again you will be burned with Tamo-guna. So you must live about these three gunas
Yes,
because
Prabhu.
these are come from the uh, previous life
Previously.
you
Yes.
take here. So our target must be not about these three gunas
Yes.
and fix the goal to the
Perfect.
our target goal.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you,
Going
Prabhu.
to Goloka.
That first
So
point.
there is no
Yeah.
need
Yeah. Yeah.
to for someone is having highest salary, someone is not having
Mm.
much lowest salary,
Mm.
though they work equally.
Yes.
So
Thank you.
it is according to their previous karma. In previous karma, they have done much good things. As having spiritual spend, uh, now he will be enjoying.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
So
Thank
you
you.
must not feel about envy.
Yeah.
Actually,
We should
if
not
you
feel,
if
but
you
it is not easy. So we
it
have to
is not
follow these
easy. It
steps.
is not
Yeah,
easy, but at that
we have
time
to
we have to
remember
think.
these. Yeah, these points. Yeah, while
At
we
that time, we
mention.
have to think about the previous
Ah,
karma.
yes, yes, Prabhu.
According to your previous karma, see, you are fixed here.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you,
Uh,
Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Padmavati Mataji, Raju Prabhu, any comments? Or Shilpa Mataji, one minute. You want to comment any other points you want to mention apart from the points which mentioned here? half minute or 1 minute.
प्रभु जी
Yeah, I'm in
आप
hearing mode,
में
Prabhuji. I'm off.
सब कुछ अच्छा है,
Okay.
सब कुछ समझ में आ गया ऐसा लगता है। जब रियल सिचुएशन आएगा तो अपना आप में कंट्रोल नहीं हो पाता, वो कैसे पाएंगे?
Hmm. We may not be having control on ourselves. That's what you're trying to say, Mataji.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah. We will not have control on ourselves, Mataji. What we have to do is we depend upon Krishna. We have to tell Krishna, Krishna, on so and so person, I'm getting angry. Please take care of it. Please do something. Please do. Please pray. Please pray. I have this disease. So pray Krishna. And also remember the ultimate goal. Yeah. That is getting Krishna Prema. And have the mindset of dasanu, dasanu, das. You think that you are a das for that person. You have a envy on X person. Think that you are a das for that X person. Envy slightly will go off, Mataji. That is my experience. Raju Prabhu, you said more listening, right? Yeah, yeah. Very good point, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Actually, Prabhuji,
Huh.
that is not that easy, Prabhuji. Actually,
Yeah.
dasa means like how extend. I mean, మనం ఎంత అంటే ఎంత ప్యూరిఫై అయితే ఎంత ప్యూర్ ఉంటే అది అవుతుంది Prabhuji. అంటే నార్మల్ సాధక లైక్ మీ ఐఎమ్ స్ట్రగ్లింగ్ సో మచ్ అంటే ఇట్స్ నాట్ ఈజీ Prabhuji. అంటే ఆ కాన్షియస్నెస్ దట్ లెవెల్ ఆఫ్ కాన్షియస్నెస్ ఇట్స్ వెరీ డిఫికల్ట్ టు గెట్.
కరెక్ట్ ప్రభు, కరెక్ట్ ప్రభు. మన పేరు పక్కన దాసు అని పెడతారు కదా ప్రభు. మన పేరు పక్కన దాసు పెట్టారంటే ఏంటి ప్రభు? మనం దాసు అన్నట్టే కదా. సో ఎవరికి దాసులం? అందరికీ దాసులం. సో అది ఏమనాలంటే ఫస్ట్ వర్డ్స్ ద్వారా రావాలి ప్రభు. యూ ఫేక్ ఇట్ టిల్ యూ మేక్ ఇట్ అని చెప్పారు కదా ప్రభు. ఫస్ట్ వర్డ్స్, చిన్నగా యాక్షన్స్, ఆ తర్వాత థాట్స్. ఇందాక సుబ్బారావు ప్రభు చెప్పారు కదా, మనస అంత ఈజీ కాదని. ఫస్ట్ మనం వాచ అంటే నా నోటితో నేను దాసుని అని చెప్పాలి. మన యాక్షన్స్ ద్వారా తర్వాత చూపించాలి. ఆ తర్వాత మనసు ద్వారా చిన్నగా వస్తుంది ప్రభు. యా యా యా. ఓకే ప్రభుజీ. యా ఓకే, లెట్స్ మూవ్ ఆన్. హరే కృష్ణ.
థ్యాంక్ యూ.
థ్యాంక్ యూ ప్రభు. ఓకే, సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద సెకండ్ శ్లోక we are in. Okay, so what is the translation? So let's go to translations. Because we are at 8:04, we spent good amount of time on envy. So what is that we are saying here? Unaware of the poison administered by her co-wives, Queen Krutadyuti walked within the house. She walked within the house. She didn't know that like something happened to her son, thinking that her son was sleeping deeply. She did not understood that he was dead. See how unfortunate it is. So now she's telling to her servant, okay, thinking that her child has been sleeping for a long time. Queen Krutadyuti, who was certainly very intelligent, and she ordered the nurse, okay, her servant, my dear friend, please bring my son here. He's still sleeping. Please wake him up. Please get him here. That is what Queen ordered. Now what happened? Now when the maid servant approached the child who was lying down, she saw that his eyes were turned upward. Okay, he was upward. Okay, eyes were turned upward. There were no signs of life. That maid observed. She observed that no signs of life. All his senses having stopped. And she could not understand that she could understand that the child was dead. That servant understood the child was dead. Seeing this, she immediately cried, now I am doomed, and fell in the ground. She shocked and fell in the ground. So we're moving to the next sloka. Sloka 47. In a great agitation, the maid servant struck her breast with both hands and cried loudly in regretful words. Hearing her loud voice, the queen immediately came, and when she approached her son, she saw that he was suddenly dead. So queen was crying like this. Okay. So if you have a major sorrow, how we cry, we shout and cry like this, right? Yeah, exactly. The maid servant also did the same. Okay, she was struck in her breast like this and crying. Immediately something happened. Queen thought and immediately came. She also approached her son. She saw that, okay, he was dead. The next sloka 48. In a great lamentation, her hair and dress in disarray, the queen fell on the ground. Okay, the queen fell to the ground and she became unconscious. Okay, this is what happened. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji's Mataji's. See, it's a so sudden, shocking, right? For everybody. Okay, in that house. Okay, in that fort. Okay, so they were literally shocked. O king. So here Parikshit Maharaj is saying, okay, O King Parikshit, okay, to Parikshit he is saying, Sukadeva Goswami is telling, hearing the loud crying, all inhabitants of the palace came, both men and women came, okay, being equally aggrieved, they also began to cry. The queens who had administered the poison also cried. Penitentially, knowing full well their offense. They know what they are doing. They are the one who poisoned. Okay, they are also trying to act, and they also started crying. See how misfortune this is. So who poisoned also crying, but they are acting. Yeah. Hmm. So when King Chitraketu heard, here he heard, okay, of his son's death from unknown causes. He doesn't know the reason, but he did. He heard that. He became almost blind because he came to know sudden, right? He just became like a blind. There's so love, so much love. Okay. Because of his great affection for his son, his lamentation grew like a blazing fire. Okay. Okay. His lamentation became like a fire. Okay. He's lamenting again, lamenting. And he went to see his dead child. He wants to go and see. He kept slipping and falling on the ground. Yeah. Surrounded by his ministers and other officers and the lament and learned Brahmanas present, the king approached and fell unconscious at the child feet. The dead body is right, body is right, the child is there, right? At his feet, he fell down and he became unconscious. His hair and dress scattered. When the king breathing heavily, when the king breathing heavily regained consciousness, he got the consciousness again. His eyes were very tearful and he could not speak. See, envy we could do worst situations in our lives. Prabhuji's Mataji's. It can completely deviate our from path. Can it has a power to completely deviate from our path. It has a power to come out of our devotional services also. Take out, like, just go out of this Krishna conscious also, it could happen. Yeah, we have to be very careful, Prabhuji's Mataji's. Okay, see, I would like to tell one small point, Prabhuji Mataji's. We use this word inspiration. Agree? There is a word called inspiration. We circulate many things calling, I would like to send this information so somebody inspires. I share this information, I take this pic, I take this video for inspiration. Okay, there is a very thin line, Prabhuji's Mataji's, on the difference between inspiration and getting envious. Are you getting inspired? Are you, because seeing this video audio, you are getting envy? It is a very thin line, Prabhuji's Mataji's. Okay, are you getting inspired by seeing that photo or video, or are you getting envy because that person has done something? It could be material or spiritual. You're getting envy means you're not treating that as a spiritual activity, that is a material activity you're treating. It's a very thin line, Prabhuji's Mataji's. We have to be very careful, very careful, very careful. You know, when you see, when you're getting envy, you have to realize, yeah, I'm getting envy. Why I'm getting envy? You have to think, some introspection is required. Then you have to think dasanudas. Okay? Manasa, vacha, karmana. And ultimate goal, all these things have to come. So at every moment, Prabhuji's Mataji is in the spiritual journey. Introspection is very important for all of us, for everyone. Yeah. See, I will tell, like, if you read Prabhupada's Leelamritam, his uh, God brothers have not helped Srila Prabhupada. And there is so much happened if you read. Why it happened, Prabhuji's Mataji's? It is because of what? Envy. Envy of who? Srila Prabhupada's God brothers. At that level, envy has not gone, Prabhuji's Mataji's. Not easy. So serious introspection is required on this topic in everyone's mind. Yeah, you cannot take it lightly. Okay, let's move on. Anybody wants to read this particular 52 translation? Hare Krishna. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, I will read, Prabhuji.
Read
Can I
Mataji.
read, Prabhuji?
Mataji is reading.
When the
Next
queen
sloka you read. Okay, Prabhuji, please go
okay,
ahead, Prabhuji. And the next sloka Mataji will read. Yeah, go ahead, Prabhuji.
okay. When the queen saw her husband, King
Hmm.
Chitraketu measured the great lamentation and saw the dead child,
Hmm.
who was the only son in the family. She
Hmm.
lamented in various ways.
Hmm.
This increased the pain in the course of the heart of the all inhabitants of the palace, the ministers and the all the brahmanas. Thank you,
Hmm.
Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So, how she is lamenting is being slightly explained here. So, merged in great lamentation and saw the dead child, who was only son in the entire family. How many wives he has? 1 million. That is what is mentioned, right? One. He's the only son. She lamented in various ways. Okay. This increase, we don't need to explain various ways. Yeah. This increased the pain in the course of the hearts of all inhabitants of the palace, the ministers and all brahmanas. Also, okay, okay, they lamented. Everyone lamenting over there. The next sloka. Mataji, you want to read Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji,
Hare
Dandavat.
Krishna.
The garland of flowers decorating the queen's head fell, and her hair scattered. Falling tears melted the collyrium on her eyes and moistened her breasts, which were covered with kunkuma powder. As she lamented the loss of her son, her loud crying resembled the sweet sound of kurari bird.
Just this is a comparison. So what happened because of the crying and the entire kunkuma has fell down with water, it all coming in this area, breast and all that. That is what she is crying, lamenting so heavily. That's what is being told here. The next sloka, 54. So alas, oh providence, here now what is happening when you are too much lamentation, no? So whom you start blaming? You blaming God. You blaming Supreme. This is what happens, right? That is what exactly is happening here also. Okay, oh providence, oh creator, you are certainly inexperienced of creation. She's telling you are very inexperienced creator. for during for during the lifetime of a father, you have caused the death of son. Father is there, you have taken away son. You have taken away son. Thus acting in opposition to your created laws. So ideally, father has to live and then son. That is the order. Okay, thus acting the opposition of your creative laws. Okay, this is how the creative law should work, and this is opposing. So you are inexperienced creative person. If you are determined to the contradicting these laws, you are certainly enemy of the living entities. You are enemy of the living entities, and you never merciful. You don't have mercy because of that you have done. మీకు భగవంతుడా నీకు దయాగుణం ఎక్కడుంది? నీకు దయ అని ఉందా అసలు? లేదు కదా, అందుకే ఇదంతా చేసినావు అని అంటుంది అనమాట. Purport. This is the way a conditioned soul condemns the supreme creator when he meets reverse. Any reverse happens in his or her life, okay, we start a conditioned soul condemning the supreme creator. When everything happens, yeah, this is all because of me, my intelligence. నా తెలివి వల్ల ఇదంతా జరుగుతుంది. If something reverse happens, because of you. Sometimes he accuses. Who is that? Who is that? He means what? Conditioned soul. He accuses the supreme person of the Godhead are being crooked because some people are happy and some are not happy. Some people are happy, some people are not happy. It's all because of you. Here the queen blames the supreme providence of her son's death, following the creative laws. A father should die first and then his son. This is what she's trying to say. In the creative laws are changed according to the whims of providence. Okay, then the providence certainly should not be considered merciful. Okay, but may be considered inimical to the created being. Actually, it is not the creator, but the conditional soul who is inexperienced. We all think because we don't know the karma phalitas, all that we do not know. He does not know how the subtle laws of fruitive activity works. This is what he's saying. We do not know how that karma philosophy works. Because of that, we blame God, Krishna, Vishnu, creator. And without knowledge of these laws of nature, he ignorantly criticizes the supreme person of the Godhead. Anything happened, karma is acting. Yeah, that is what we should believe. Next, sloka 55. Anybody wants to read? Hare Krishna.
I'll try to read.
Yeah, Prabhuji, please go ahead.
Yeah, translation. My Lord, you may say that there is no law that a father must die in the lifetime of his son, and that a son must be born in the lifetime of his father, since everyone lives and dies according to their own fruitive activity. However, it However, if fruitive activity is so strong that birth and death depends upon it, there is no need no need of the controller or the god. Again, if you say that the controller is needed because the material energy does not have the power to act, one may answer that if the bonds of affection, it the bonds of the affection you have created and you have created are distributed by fruitive actions. No one will raise children with affection. Instead, everyone will will cruelly neglect his children. Since you have cut the bonds of the affection that compel a parent to raise his child, you appear inexperienced and unintelligent.
Unintelligent. See how he is blaming God, okay, for what happened to her. See what he's saying. Let's try to understand. My Lord, you may saw that there is no law that father must die in the lifetime of his son. You may say this, okay, and that a son must be born in the lifetime of his father, since everyone lived and died according to his own fruitive activity. If you say it in this way, however, if a fruitive activity is so strong that the birth and death depends upon it, there is no need of controller. What is the need of God? Our God, she is saying this. If everything is because of karma phalita, why you are there? Karma is God. That's how she is saying. You are a controller, right? You should interfere, right? Even if the karma is like that. See how he is um, blaming God. Yeah. Again, if you say that a controller is needed, you say that control is needed because the material energy does not have a power to its own, because material energy does not have power and it requires controller. One may answer that if the bonds of affection you have created are disturbed by fruitive action, no one will raise the children. If we say that everything is just karma, why should we raise children? And how can we have affection? Instead of that, everyone will cruelly neglect their children. I don't need to have affection on you because karma is taking the results. It is taking the control. So how can we have affection? There is no point of having affection on our kids. This is how she is lamenting. Yeah. Since you have cut the bonds of affection, you have now cut the bonds of affection that compel a parent to raise his child. You appear is inexperienced. You do not have experience on creation. And you are unintelligent. She is telling. Mother is telling. Huh? So let's read the purport. As stated in the Brahma Samhita, okay, what it is saying, karmani nidrati, okay, nirdhati, okay, kintu cha bhakti bhajam. One who has taken the Krishna consciousness, devotional service is not affected by the results of karma. Devotional service is not affected by the result of karma. In this verse, karma has been stressed on the basis of karma Mimamsa philosophy, which says that one must act according to his karma, and thus the supreme controller must give the result of karma. Yeah, the subtle laws of karma, which are controlled by supreme. The subtle laws of the karma, which is controlled by supreme, cannot be understood by ordinary conditions. We can't understand the karma philosophy. Therefore, Krishna says that one who can understand him and how he is acting, controlling everything by subtle laws, immediately becomes freed by his grace. See what is that he's saying? Therefore, Krishna says one he can understand him and how he is acting, controlling everything by his subtle laws, immediately becomes freed from his grace. This is a statement of Brahma Samhita. One should take a devotion service without reservations and surrender everything to supreme will of the Lord. What is that teaching? You take the service of Lord and you serve him, and everything is happening because of will of the Lord. Not easy, Prabhuji's Mataji's. The more you take the devotional service, the more you connect to Krishna, then only you say that, okay, you say that this is will of the Lord. Otherwise, you will not say, we love the word. We love the Lord, whatever happens. I lost my job. Will you say it is we love the Lord? You say we love the Lord. If you are in devotional service, you are in a deep devotional service. Then you say you are we love the Lord. That will make one's happy in this life and the next. Not only when you say that everything is will of the Lord and this life, next life. Okay, you are happy. But you do your, I do my karma. I try to get another job. You put your best efforts. That's it. Move on. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Let's continue the next sloka. 56. Anybody wants to read? Translation? Hare Krishna. Anybody wants
Hare
to read?
Krishna, Prabhu.
Subara Prabhu. Yeah.
I'll try to read.
Yeah.
I'm on
Yeah.
cell phone.
Yeah. Yeah. Please, Prabhu. Please go ahead.
My dear son, I'm helpless and very much aggravated. You should not give up my company. Just look at your lamenting father. We are helpless because without a son, we shall have to suffer the distress of going to the darkest hellish regions. You are the only hope. You are the only hope by which we can get out of these dark regions. Therefore, I request you not to go any further with the merciless Yama.
Mhm.
Would read the purport through, Prabhu?
Yes, yes, Prabhu. Please go ahead, Prabhu. Please read. Thank you.
According to the Vedic injunctions, one must accept a wife just to beget a son who can deliver one from the clutches of the Yamaraj. Unless one has a son to offer oblations to the Pitas or forefathers, one must suffer in Yamaraja's kingdom. King Chitraketu was very much aggravated, thinking that because his son was going away with Yamaraj, he himself would again suffer. The subtle laws exist for the karmis. If one becomes a devotee, he has no more obligations to the laws of karma. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Wonderful reading. Thank you, Prabhu. Super, Prabhu. The last sentence is very important. The subtle laws exist for karmis. Okay, I don't have son, I will go to Narakaloka. Okay, but one becomes devotee. Okay, he has no more obligations to the laws of karma. But am I devotee? No, I am in the path of becoming devotee. But you do your level best to become devotee. And also, yeah, and that laws of karma may not affect. Yeah, but if it is affecting you and you take that as a, as previously mentioned, what is the mention? That is will of Lord. Not easy. By saying it is easy. As Raju Prabhu mentioned, you have to continue listening, continue reading Shastra, continuing being association, continue doing our sadhana japa. Okay. But all these things will help us. Yeah. Yeah. Not easy. Yeah. But it will help us. Hare Krishna. Let's move on. Yeah. The next sloka, sloka number 57. My dear son, you have slept a long time. Now please get up. Your playmates, your friends are calling you to play. See, since you must be very hungry. See, they are not even believing that that fellow is dead, even though they are seeing the body. See how they are lamenting, you see. Please get up and suck my breast and dissipate our lamentation. You take off this lamentation. Okay, you suck my breast. Take milk. See how she is lamenting. Hare Krishna. Next sloka. My dear son, I am certainly most unfortunate. Okay, for I can no longer see your mild smiling. I can no longer see your mild smiling. You have closed your eyes forever. Closed your eyes forever. I therefore conclude that you have been taken from this planet to another, from which you will not return. My dear son, I can no longer hear your pleasing voice. I cannot hear your voice. I cannot see your smile. Yeah. And seems like you've gone to another planet. That is how crying. She is crying. Oh, see here, Sri Sukadeva Goswami continued, accomplished by his wife, who was thus lamenting for her dear son, King Chitraketu began crying loudly with an open mouth, being greatly aggravated. By his open mouth, he is crying. Chitraketu Maharaj also. That is what is happening. Now, as a king and queen lamented, all their male and female followers joined them in crying. King and queen are crying, so all the followers also crying. Because of the sudden accident, all the citizens of the kingdom were almost unconscious. Achetan. Everyone is crying. Nobody is doing anything. Everyone is lamenting. Entire kingdom. Yeah. Now, when the great sage Angira understood that the king was almost dead in the ocean of lamentation, he went there with Narada Rishi. So, again, Angira Maharshi, Angira Rishi, and Narada Rishi. Okay. Okay. He taken Narada Rishi and again went into kingdom to talk to king. Okay. To soothe the king and queen. This ends the Bhaktivedanta purports of 6th canto, 14th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Kinga Chitraketu Lamentation. And the next we will see Narada Rishi will come and there is a conversation happens, and the Narada Rishi will give some time, he will get back his son, and then that son will start speaking. He will question, why did you call me? And all that will happen from the next chapter that we will see. The beautiful conversations we can hear in the next chapter. That is a wonderful thing of Bhagavatam. I think few days back, Lilananda Prabhu is saying there is no other book equivalent to Bhagavatam in this planet. It is not possible to have any other book which is equal to Bhagavatam. So, as Subbara Prabhu always mentions, let us encourage all our families, friends to take Bhagavatam and also donate Bhagavatam. Subbara Prabhu is doing great service. So 300 Bhagavatam is gone.
Prabhu, what am I doing, Prabhu? Like that.
So there's a lot of coordination, Prabhu. I know it is not at all easy. Coordination, consultation,
Think,
and
Prabhu.
encouraging everyone. It's a mission, Prabhu. I know how difficult it is, Prabhu. Yeah, it is not easy, Prabhu. Every year you are doing. Yeah, koti koti pranam to you. Okay, for your services, Prabhu. Yeah. So that ends. So any discussion points, Prabhuji's Mataji's, any comments, any questions, or any discussion points? So we can have maybe 5 minutes or something, and then we can go for our services. Hare Krishna. Akanchini Priya Prabhu, Usha Mataji, Madhavareti Mataji, Murlidhar Prabhuji, Padmavati Mataji. Any comments, Raju Prabhuji? Any comments? It is easy to say, Prabhu.
बहुत अच्छा लगा
It is,
प्रभु जी
yeah, it is easy to read,
हाँ
it is easy to say, but following is not easy. Okay. So, but we have to remember the goal.
very difficult
Yeah, very difficult.
yes
We have to remember that dasanu, 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 das. For who? For our congregation? No, not for our congregation. For this entire universe? No. For this entire, all the universes, for the entire creatures, I am dasanu, das. For only, not only for this material, but the spiritual also, I am dasanu, das. Yeah, if you say once you dasana das, comparison doesn't come. If the comparison doesn't come, anyway will be under control. Then you can focus on our goal. Everything is in parallel. Yeah.
yes प्रभु
Okay. Okay. Any comments? Any other comments?
yes
Prabhuji,
प्रभु
Subbara Prabhu.
बहुत अच्छा लगा प्रभु जी आपका
Okay.
ये सब सुनते सुनते एक बार से एकदम से हम बदल नहीं सकते प्रभु जी कीप ऑन ट्राइंग बस
Yes. Yes.
वो ट्राई करते रहेंगे धीरे धीरे चेंज होंगे
Thank you, Mataji. Usha Mataji,
Hare
any
Krishna
comment?
Prabhuji, Dandvat Pranam Prabhuji.
Mataji.
I
Thank you.
joined late, Prabhuji, sorry, actually, but you'll take a wonderful class. This will be recorded, Prabhuji,
Yes, Mataji. This is
actually.
recorded. Actually,
Oh,
second slide I covered in part, Mataji. So
okay,
try to see that. Okay, and
okay,
you
okay,
add some more
sure,
points,
Prabhuji.
Mataji. Yeah, anything on bet and how do you control envy, Mataji? Yeah, one slide I have added separately on envy. Yeah.
Only by association we can learn, Prabhuji, how humble you are all. Whenever I come there, I'll means think in how I am. Like that, we have to get purified, Prabhuji. All of you are doing lots of service. No? I'm not doing any service, not even even 1% out of. Means whoever I observe, you're all really humble. That we have to learn, Prabhuji. And as you said, we are all dasa, dasa, anudasa, dasa, anudasa. With any number of times we can say that.
Mataji, I will only tell one thing, Mataji. Act till you fake it till you make it. At least I am in that path, Mataji. I am faking. I am faking till making. I don't know how
Yes.
many lives I have to fake. Okay, that is what it is. Thank you.
Yes, Prabhuji, that is also true. Sometimes we are still faking that we can only judge by ourselves how we are. Sometimes we behave like that unknowingly.
Yes.
That we should correct to the maximum extent. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for your kind words. Akinjan Priya Prabhu, Shilpa Mataji, Raju Prabhuji, any comments, or we can close the call here?
Excellent class,
Krishna
Prabhuji. Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Super.
Very nice examples.
Everybody,
Very
envy
nice.
I have removed.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for the wonderful class.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Okay, any comments, Raju Prabhu, Madhvi Reddy Mataji, Akinjan Priya Prabhu? Otherwise, we can close here. Okay, seems no comments. They're happy. Maybe Shilpa Mataji, you can end the class here, Mataji. Thank
Okay,
you.
okay, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Vancha
Hare
Kalpataru,
Krishna.
Kripapasindubhyo cha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, Srimad Bhagavatam ki